Hari Om. Welcome back to the 50th Vedānta Jñana Yajña. Shall we begin with a gentle prayer to Puja Gurudev? Kindly join me. समस्त जन कल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ॐ श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ हरि ॐ. So, in the last session, Bhagavan Adi Shankaracharya has given us 4 very practical advices. They were related to our own personal self, our inclinations to be controlled. He continues and he gives 4 more practical advices. He says that one must follow titiksha in life. Titiksha means forbearance. We spoke about this in the last session. There is a slight difference between the word titiksha, forbearance, and tapa, means austerity. Austerity or penance. Let us understand this by an example straight away. An example for tapa, austerity first. Tomorrow, Monday, I am going to fast the whole day. Why am I going to fast? I am going to fast so that I please the Lord of the Lords, Mahadeva, means Bhagwan Shiva, the most auspicious. And I will try to get my mind in devotion towards Him. And so that my mind remains with Him and I take my mind off from the food, I shall not eat food the whole day. Yes, my body will go under the hunger pang and it will suffer. But I will, with my force, with austerity, I will continue to focus my mind devotedly towards Bhagwan. This is austerity. By your own will, you are putting yourself into a situation where the body is being troubled or the mind or something, but you are doing it to achieve a particular goal with your own will. Titiksha is slightly different than this. The example is that we travel to a place, a new place, and there the food is served and the food is horrible. It has got no taste. It is full of salt. But at that time, you use the power of titiksha and you accept that food as the prasad of the Lord of the Lords, Mahadeva. You take it as His blessing and you eat without complaining, without any thought in the mind that the food is tasty or not, or is it salty or not. You consume it so that the stomach is filled and you continue doing your job. This is enduring the situation. And this is what in life Bhagavan Adi Shankaracharya is asking us to do. Endure the pangs of cold and heat. Shitoshna it is called. Of cold and heat and cold, or the differences that happen into our life. The changes that come into our life. Why? Why should we endure this? Why should I eat that food? Because the entire world is riddled with the pairs of opposite. Wherever you go, whatever you see, whatever you do, you will see pairs of opposites always there. How much can you change the outer situation? How much can you change somebody else's mind? It is almost impossible. It is so beautifully said in Bhagavad Gita that samatvam yoga uchyate, meaning the whole world around you is a constant state of flux. This is said by Einstein, and it is true. It is always changing. It is always uneven. What Bhagavad Gita said, that at least your mind should be even. Sama, samata, samatvam yoga uchyate. Equipoise of mind. This is called titiksha. The next advice is again related and practical. That is, natu vratha vakyam samucharyatam, meaning do not engage in wasteful talks. Meaning, do not gossip. Gossip. What is gossip? Gossip is something that you talk about some third person in the third person's absence. Good or bad, that is gossip. Gossip is that which is unrelated to you and you want to talk. That is gossip. But what Shastra says, what the Mandukya Upanishad says is, everything other than the topic of the self and those topics related to the self-knowledge are all Vratha-Vakyam, means they are all gossip. Very tough to take, isn't it? But this is what Shastra says. This is the advice of the Guru, and this is we will experience. If you are sincere about spirituality, you will think of spiritual talks. Shravana Manana, you will listen. Shravana, you will think. Manana, and you will remain in those thoughts. Why? Because you will always see the goal clear. Does not a scientist who is busy in research, his whole life other than his work becomes nothing for him other than his focused work, because he is so focused in his life, and such a person reaches the highest goal. Therefore, the advice was that do not get involved in any useless talk. Let anybody say whatever, pay no heed. The word heed itself explains that you are not putting any attention, you are not giving the other person any encouragement to talk to you. But what about if somebody is talking to me? Okay, I will not talk, but somebody is talking to me. Then, when Shastra says one aspect of speech, that is talking, the second aspect is hearing. So it is already included that do not speak any gossip and do not hear any gossip. But sir, in life, I have to travel. I have to meet people. I have to be in meetings. I have to do so many things. How is it possible that if I don't listen to gossip, and how can I do business then? In business world, it is going like this only. Half the time you talk of business, half the time you gossip. Please forgive me. At that time, the third advice what Bhagavan is giving you comes into place. He says, Audasinyam, means you have to be indifferent to those gossips. The literal meaning of Udasina, Uda, to rise. You have to rise above those gossip. Naturally, when you are in a group, in a circle, you will get these kind of listening. But do not indulge your mind into that. Do not let your mind run a riot with those thoughts and lead it. Then what will happen is otherwise, if you give a little bit of leeway, then this happens. That next morning when you are sitting for your dhyan, completely focused, your breath under control, the body under control, and your mind is about to come under control, and suddenly one sentence of yesterday's gossip comes to your mind. Yes, actually speaking, the film heroine, her hair was very, very thick and nice and low. Even my wife's hair is very nice and thick. Oh, remember that girl some years ago, before you had got married, her hair was also so nice. And what about that girl you had seen in the school? What I mean to say is, one link can take your mind to no end. And your meditation, your sadhana, your hard work comes to a crashing end. Therefore, the great Upanishads have given this advice. The great Acharyas like Adi Shankaracharya and our Guru have given us this advice, that have indifference towards the worldly talk. If you are a person who is very, very sincere, serious about knowing the knowledge of the self. And the last advice for the day, once again, it is very, very practical. Bhagavan says that do not take obligations of others or be rude to others. Both the things have been said. First, obligation means, oh, you know what, can you please do this for me? Of course, I'll just do it for you. And the person makes you obligated to him. In some other place, when you are going and somebody says, oh, you don't worry, sir, I'll take care of this, you don't worry. And he again puts you under obligation. If you become obligated to some person, that person has a sway over your mind. And sometimes it may be that you may not want to do something. And because of the obligation, you are compelled to do this. This is a very practical thing. We all have come under this. We have all experienced this. But at the same time, Bhagavan says, Naishthuryatam means don't be Naishthurya. Naishthurya means don't be rude. Somebody says, oh, let me help you. Go away. I don't need anybody's help. Be humble. Be gentle. Whatever level in life you are here at the moment, with whatever intelligence you have, it is only because of your parents, it is only because of your teachers, it is only because of the surrounding that you have learned from. Therefore, don't get obligated, but don't be rude. Very gently and politely say, no, thank you. I can take care of it myself. The point is, in life, we should always have these two things in life. One is titiksha, to endure the situation as it is, and then try to deal with it in the best manner that you can deal it with. And second, don't be rude to people. Being rude to people only shows your mental dissipation, that how your mental faculty is completely dissipated. Therefore, kindly take heed of Bhagavan Adi Shankaracharya's advices and follow them. Today, we reach a milestone, 50 talks. We had promised in the beginning of the year that we will be conducting 52 weeks of talks. So that means we have only 2 more sessions left. In the next session, that session might be a little longer because we are going to have not 4 but 8 advices, the final 8 advices of Bhagavan Adi Shankaracharya to us. And in the 52nd week, the last talk, we will have a nice chat amongst y'all and me. Let us thank Bhagavan. Let us thank Gurudev. Let us thank Pujya Guruji and all the Guru Parampara who have given us this knowledge, who have made us able to have this communication. Please join me. पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय Purnameva Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Hari Om. Bye bye. I'll be waiting for you in the next session.